For those of you that do not know, this is Argent Saga. And you might be asking, what's going on? Why am I curious about this? Well, Argent Saga trading card game is right around the corner. There's a Kickstarter going on for it. And, of course, this is brought to you by our friends at ultrarealitygames.com. I'm going to leave a little link down below for this. You guys should definitely check it out. We're going to have a whole bunch of videos coming on these. So buckle up. Let's dig on into today's discussion, shall we? Remember, Argent Saga down below. We're going to start our ban list journey here with dissecting every single current archetype. And for this video, we're going to talk about Orcust, because I have a personal vendetta against this archetype, and much like my comment section tells me, this deck doesn't need to be hit. Well, Papa Robbie is here to disagree wholeheartedly. Maybe not so much at the end of this video. You'll see. Stick around for the whole discussion, as you know, we do talk about some things. Always turn on those bell notifications as well. Alright, so we're going to talk about the essential heart and soul of the deck, which is Dingrisu. Pre-Dingrisu, the deck was still very... yeah, the engine was splashable. You still saw it everywhere. And then you saw the Dingrisu come into the picture. They got their Xyz, which gave them spot removal and protection. Now, is Dingrisu really... is he worth it? Is he the guy that is causing all of the problems? I don't think so. And this says a lot about this archetype. The OCG chose to kind of dodge this bullet. They didn't go after Dingrisu. The way the OCG chose to do things is pretty out there, but we'll get to that here in a second. But when you look at this card, yeah, non-targeting spot removal is fantastic. Yes, being able to protect a Winda from destroying herself is pretty broken, but they put the stipulation on him. You're only able to see one of him once per turn, which, in the long run, yeah, it's perfectly fair. That's how they balance the card. But he's the end result of a multi-chain combo that allows you to interrupt on the opponent's turn. We're not going to shoot the messenger here, because I think Dingrisu is inherently okay for his own archetype. But where do we go into the problem, though? The OCG chose to hit Nightmare Mermaid. Now, I've always been very, very, very for shooting down this card. I honestly think that Mermaid is the main culprit. Well, Robbie, you don't know what you're talking about. The deck still has the far superiority to combo off. You kill the pure variant, which doesn't make sense as to why you would do it. So, if I take away the Orcust engine from every other deck in existence, and I kind of force it into its own cubbyhole over there, is that really a problem, though? Like, forcing the hit on the Mermaid means that I can no longer take two monsters, smash them together, and have, you know, this full degenerate combo. Which, okay, maybe Mermaid's a good hit. Now, when you look in the OCG, of course the OCG has still got this full combo. They're still able to produce this board. And at the end of the day, I mean, just because they can still make the board, they have to work a little bit harder for it, obviously. We have needle fiber over in the OCG. We're able to cheese along a couple of extra other things. Come on, we know that. But I don't know, the combo is a little bit more in check, obviously. They freed up some friends in the OCG for that side of things to make the Mermaid hit not seem so degenerate. But we've seen cards that can just snap, come out of the extra deck, are broken for the game. You can't do that. Look at Goblin, alright? Hobgoblin deserved his ban because, you know, he was this degenerate normal summon that you could... he's here. I have access to him. Any two monsters. Smash them together. We did it. You know, generic cards are broken. Now, I actually don't think that the TCG is going to go after a Mermaid. And the reason I say this is because she's up for a reprint. And she's a selling point. They specifically listed her name on the reprints. Which means, guess what? We're not doing anything to her. We did it. She's free. So we dodged the bullet with that. Alright, they could still hurt her. You know, still ban her, but okay. Okay. Now, you know who we can go after, though? My boy Rusty Bardish. Now, I've heard infinite arguments. Rusty's not ban-worthy. I said last list that we should have taken Rusty out. Half my comment section was like, no, you're dumb, you know what you're talking about. We enter into this point. Rusty was really the problem, wasn't he? Wow, it's like I'm a dumbass or something. But, unpopular opinion, I seem to be ahead of myself on these times. Now, when you look at Rusty, you have this card that goes, double fog blade. So, I mean, inherently, okay, your ending board is like fog blade, interruption on the opponent's turn through babble. Okay, cool. I get it. It's pretty cheeky. You know, you've got your interruptions that you can deal with. But I think the problem might be fog blade. Rusty does hit himself in the head a little bit and go doy, because he can't be used as link summon. Alright, thankfully, they've learned. They started to kind of learn that cards that can't be used to link summon, because if I was able to link out with Rusty into another link monster, oh no, Daddy's not going to have that. Now, back to the point that I said we could go after Fogblade. Fogblade could be a candidate of a hit. If you put Fogblade to 1, then, okay, so you get 1 Fogblade, you maybe play 2 Rusty, I guess. I mean, Rusty's only ever used to be an extender at this point, so you kind of take it or you leave it for the most part, but I'm a big fan of just taking care of Rusty at this point, just kind of put the nail in the coffin for him. You know, you take care of the Phantom Knight engine being used as any sort of degeneracy, you take care of the Fogblade abuse that we're seeing, and actually you kind of make Orcust more fair in the pure sense, because I don't have to worry about double Fogblade anymore, so we took down our negation level by a lot just by taking care of Rusty. You take out the whole negation board and all that, and you're able to kind of leave the Orcust combo alone a little bit. I understand that the Phantom Knight engine is part of the Orcust combo, but by eliminating Rusty, you make it more fair. That's what we want here. Now, Mermaid is up for the reprint. Bardish nowhere to be seen. And on the topic of reprints, we also don't have Orcust Nightmare anywhere to be seen on the reprint. Now, this is super unpopular opinion, and I've been saying this to a couple people. It was like, what if we just leave Rusty alone? What if we don't go after Rusty? Because Mermaid's up for the reprint, we're probably not going to do anything to her. And, you know, Rusty, everybody loves the Phantom Knight engine, so probably go after that. But what if we go after the monster that Mermaid is dumping? She's a common. She doesn't have a higher rarity at this point. She has no expected upgrade. I mean, she should probably be a super in an OTS pack somewhere along the way, but what if we hit the card that looks like it does all the combo work? Then you get to leave the Mermaid alone, you get to leave Rusty alone, and we get to solve our problem, right? Maybe I'm too abusive here, looking at it from this standpoint. I think the real problem might be our combo dumper and helper here, Orcust Nightmare, the card that brings the two archetypes together. And by eliminating this piece of the puzzle, we could effectively balance out the archetype so that they don't ever interact with each other again. That's just my 2 cents. I was kind of thinking about that last couple of days. It's like, this card is literally 10 cents. There's no problem with banning it. There's no repercussions to the secondary market, except for my Orcust cards went down in value, but I mean, you're playing Orcust. You knew what to kind of expect out of this. And then the last real question I have to propose here is, what if we just slap the deck on the wrist? And what if we put Taya to 1? Now, this was interesting because Taya got her max 30 upgrade. She's done. We don't need to worry about her anymore. She's out there. And she actually allows you to set that Orcust spell and trap card. You know, Mr. Field spell. Oh, you want a crescendo? Okay, cool. You can have that too while you're at it. What if we put her to 1? We eliminate Dingrisu's capitalization. We effectively slow down what we're doing. And with only 1 Taya, that means the amount of Dingrisu that are going to be coming out is dramatically reduced. That means you're going to have to go into bad cards like Longrisu to kind of capitalize on that advantage. Right? Super unpopular opinion. Maybe Galtea is where we go. Now, TLDR for everything here. Mermaid's up for the reprint, probably not going to go after that. Bardiche, probably the correct hit. Fogblade, semi-hit, I guess, if we don't want to go after Rusty. LOL, that's so bad. Orcust, Nightmare himself, probably where I would like to go with this. Kind of like to see that card banned overall, but what do I know? The real thing that we're going to see, though, is probably Galtea to 1. As weird as that is, that you've got a lot of things, you've got a lot of methods that you can approach on this list with the deck, and it's really determined by how Konami approaches the rest of this ban list. It depends on what choice they're wanting to go after, depending on the other aspects. Like Salad, are we going after Gazelle? Sky Striker, are we going to look at possibly hitting Engage down to another lower number? The same thing with Widow Anchor. Or are we going after the multi-roll? You've got all of these choices. It depends just on other many factors to be, but I think we just need to ban Rusty and get this over with, because I'm sick of this Phantom Knight engine just doing its thing. But, alas, that is it for this discussion. Guys, please check out Argent Saga down below. Like I said, we've got goodies to talk about. To the one person who's going to comment, oh boy, here we go again. Robbie sold out for another card game. What a fat ass. Education and being better at the trading card game that you enjoy wouldn't be possible without my weeb antics. Isn't it great? I love card games. Alright guys, catch you on the flip side. Peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.